Hello students, welcome to PNMRC e-classes. I am Durga Pujara, your English grammar teacher going to teach you grammar. So children, today we are going to discuss about the chapter number 3, that is pronouns. So we are going to read a paragraph given here. Read the following paragraph. It finally arrived in the mail. He grabbed it while they looked on eagerly. She was over in the corner, unable to watch, but they kept leaning over his shoulder, nagging him to get it out. She hadn't watched it to come this way, not with all her hopes resting on it. Her hands shook as she watched him turn it over and examine the handwriting. She had been afraid of what they might do when they learned about it, and now they had sent this. Can we wait and open it later? She groaned. What is the meaning of groan? Groan means make some harsh sound. He looked sharply at her, and then they fell silent when he slowly opened it. All right, if you must do it now, at least hurry up. This is driving me crazy. So in this paragraph, you can see that some of the words are highlighted. Yes. So what I have to tell you is the words that are used in the place of a noun are known as pronouns. So here you can say that a pronoun is a word that takes place of a noun. So here you can see it, he, they, she, they, then him. All these words are used in the place of a noun, so they are known as pronouns. So in pronouns, the name of the place, name of the thing, name of the object is replaced with the pronouns. Understood, children? So next is the need for pronouns. Pronouns make it easier to read and to speak about something. Look at the following sentence. So pronouns makes easier to read and to speak about something. So here a sentence is given, so we have to look into that and we have to understand what is the sentence to be meant. Mohit was very happy that Mohit's father was going to attend the annual day of Mohit's school since Mohit was getting a prize that day. So here you can say the name of the person is given in a sentence repeatedly. So in that, what we have to do, we have to replace the name with the pronouns. It is so much better if we write it as Mohit was very happy that his father. So Mohit's father is changed to his father. Was going to attend the annual day of his school. Mohit's school is changed to his school since he was getting a prize that day. So in this statement, in this sentence, what we have done is we have changed the name of a person to a pronoun. So it makes easier to read and to say the sentence about something. Again, if we wish to know about the ownership of a car, naturally we cannot state the owner's name. But by a question we say, whose car is that? Suppose we are asking to a person about the ownership of the car. That is, we are asking like this, whose car is that? We are not stating the name of the owner, right? So we will say, whose car is that? Thus placing a word instead of the name till we learn the name. So in short, I am to tell you that words that are used in place of a noun are known as pronouns. Next, we are going to learn about the variety of pronouns, that are kinds of pronouns, or you can say types of pronouns. First one is personal pronoun. So personal pronoun is a short word we use as a simple substitute for the proper name of a person. It shows the person, gender, number, and in case of noun, it replaces I, you, he, she, it, we, they, me, him, her, us, and them. So what is a personal pronoun? It is a simple substitution of the name of a person, right? So in the subject of the sentence, we will replace the name of the person and we will use I, you, he, she, it, we, they, me, him, her, us and them. So an example is given here, right? You can see in this, I live in a house on a hill. Here I is the personal pronoun. You are my best friend. You is the personal pronoun. He is the tallest boy in the class. So he is known as the personal pronoun. Personal pronouns change their form in the predicate of a sentence. So in this we are going to learn about that. Personal pronouns changes their form in the predicate of a sentence. See, I will be changed to me. You will be remain you. He will be changed to him. She will be changed to her. It will remain same as it. We will be changed to us. They will be changed to them. So here examples are given. I asked the boy to sit down. Here the subject of the sentence you can see is I. So it is the personal pronoun. So next is the teacher gave me a star for good handwriting. So we have earlier discussed that I will be changed to me in the predicate of a sentence, right? In a sentence the predicate will be me. The teacher gave me a star for good handwriting. He ran the race very fast. Here the subject is he. Next, the principal gave him a trophy. So in this sentence, the subject is changed to him and the predicate is him. The principal gave him a trophy. So these are the personal pronouns that change their form in the predicate of a sentence. Next is interrogative pronouns. So interrogative pronouns are words like what, which, who, whose, whom. In addition, these pronouns may take the suffixes ever and so ever. In short, we can say that the pronouns that ask questions such as what, which, who, whose, whom are known as interrogative pronouns. So here an example is given. What is the name of the smallest continent? Who was the first president of India? Whatever did he say to make her cry like that? The pronouns that ask questions, they are known as interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns look exactly the same as the interrogative adjectives, the difference being in their use and meaning. So interrogative pronouns look exactly same as the interrogative adjectives, but the difference being in their use and the meaning. Interrogative pronouns represent nouns but do not describe them. They represent the nouns but they do not describe them. That is how you recognize them. They will stand by themselves and not have a noun next to them. So interrogative pronouns represent the nouns but they do not have the noun next to them. So we have learned about interrogative pronouns, that are the pronouns that ask questions. So next is relative pronouns. Relative pronouns connect two statements by replacing the noun. So what are relative pronouns? Relative pronouns connect two statements, like two sentences they connect by replacing the noun. Likewise, an example is given here. This is the girl. This girl got a prize for singing well. So in this statement, first statement is given, this is the girl. And the second statement is, this girl got a prize for singing well. So in this you can see here that in both the sentences, the subject is given here and the noun is also given. So what we have to do is, we have to connect the two statements by replacing the noun. So what is the noun here? Here the noun is this girl. So this is the girl who got a prize for singing well. Here you can see that this girl is the noun in the sentence. So it is replaced by who. In the above sentence, the word who has replaced the words this girl in the second sentence. So such words are known as relative pronouns. Understood, children? The pronouns that connect two statements by replacing the nouns, it is known as relative pronouns. And the last one is reflexive pronouns. A reflexive pronoun is usually used when the object of a sentence is the same as the subject. Each personal pronoun has its own reflexive pronoun. So what is a reflexive pronoun? It is normally used when the object of a sentence is same as the subject. You can say the object and the subject is both are same in reflexive pronoun. So it is the name given, it is has on reflexive pronoun. I will become myself, it, itself, he, himself, she, herself, you, yourselves, but yourselves is coming in the plural form. They, themselves, you, yourself, yourself is in the singular form. We, ourselves. So these are the reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are used in this situation. There are two situations given here in that how the reflexive pronouns are used in a sentence. When the subject and the object are same, when you can see the subject and the object are same in a sentence. For example, it is given, I do all my work myself. I and myself both are same. Subject and object are same. They told themselves that they would win the tournament and they did. He hurt himself when he fell down the stairs. So in this case, you can see the subject and the object are both are same. Next one is to emphasize the subject. For example, the principal herself cleaned the playground. Here it is given that the principal herself, the principal is cleaning the playground. So it is said the principal herself cleaned the playground. It is emphasizing on the subject and subject is the principal. I myself did not complete the homework, so I could not blame the others for not doing so. So here subject is I. So emphasizing the subject is I myself did not complete the homework, so I could not blame the others for not doing so. So these are the reflexive pronouns. There are two situations given here. Right, children? Hope you understood this chapter. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.